I'm born under apartheid South Africa in the 70s, which was one of the harshest periods. What was going on around me and the struggles that were taking place in South Africa shaped my life. I kept on questioning why things were happening. What I was curious about was how history was written and who were the historians. My work is about a visual history of Black LGBTI people in South Africa that I never had access to when I came out. Photography came at a point in my life when I was going through personal struggles. I needed to heal. It was a hard period, and I was on the verge of suicide. If I did not receive that calling, we won't be having this conversation. Black LGBTI people who are living on the fringes of our society, where hate crimes becomes a huge problem because it has claimed so many people's lives unnecessarily. Innocent people have been brutally murdered and violated. My work becomes different because I'm speaking from inside. I'm speaking as one of us, as a member of the LGBTI community. I'm a visual activist before I'm an artist. For more than 10 years, I've been documenting those events. Parents lost their beloved simply because of their sexual orientation. I thought that as a responsible being living in South Africa where those events were taking place, one couldn't just ignore them and pretend that they were not happening. There is a connection between racism and homophobia. That phobia that unsettles the mind of the other means that we just can't speak as human beings. So that demonization has a lot to do with hate, which is so unnecessary. This shouldn't be happening anymore because the very same brother who is a homosexual hated by the brother who is straight, you transferring also this hate to your own children. It's hard for me to document any funeral of a victim of hate crime because then once done with that, you're dealing with your own trauma. You go back home, you're sleeping with that funeral, you're sleeping with all the tears and what you have witnessed like throughout the whole week of mourning. It's been like many years of pain dealing with such loss. What major to me is to make sure that we have a visual document that will be referenced by those who will come after us. What is lacking now is the education to undo all of these phobias that violate LGBT rights. And the more they read and the more they see, they then understand that we are normal people that do not deserve to be treated unfairly. Faces and Faces features lesbians and trans men and trans women. It's just a document that is aimed at educating and recognizing the talent and positions that people are holding in our society. And I'm trying to say with each and every person who is living as an out being, we have so much to celebrate. And I don't just enter into people's lives and say, hi, hello, how are you? I'm here to shoot you and bye. I try to maintain that contact as much as possible. I continued until I had more than 500 portraits. It marks a special kind of history of ordinary people. Pride should be a 365-day approach to life to say, this is me, this is me, this is me. They know that they're not alone and they know they are part of something. We are here and we are taxpayers and we are thinkers. We deserve the same respect and the same recognition. It just brings tears into your eyes and you think to yourself, I think I'm on the right track because there are people who are backing me up. That It's exciting. That's beyond words. And it says to me, you cannot stop now till you can't breathe anymore. So keep on. 2012 in Cape Town, I lost major content of my work. Somebody ransacked the place and targeted specifically hard drives with information that was not published. It's like somebody knew exactly where everything was kept. That loss was basically to silence me and sabotage me because of the content that I've been producing. I was consoled by my sister when she said a lot of people have lost their lives. Yes, it was painful to lose information, but thinking of how families lose their beloved because of who they are is something that's... I just questioned myself, do I carry on or do I stop with this kind of documentation? I felt like it was really hard and traumatic after you document a case of a young person who got killed for who she was. I just thought to myself, I wanted to take a break. And then I started shooting myself. It's an unnerving experience because not many photographers like to see themselves in front of the camera. It takes me to spaces where I'm uncomfortable the most. I get to have conversations with myself in ways that I've never done before, which is another way of healing. And also to reclaim blackness, because most of the time we are photographed by the other. We never have an opportunity to turn that camera and look at ourselves. I'm trying to move away from pain, but pain would always be there. I don't want to say all is doom and bleak. I want to say that there is hope and change will come. Nobody ever thought that apartheid would be over in South Africa. It took time. Yes, let me acknowledge this violence, but I shouldn't forget that there is love. Yes, it's hard. It's really hard. But this shall pass.